Last time on Pokemon Sapphire Nuzlocke. And it's a Slugma! Oh boy! It's like a combination of Numel and Grimer. A juiced Numel. That is what we have here. I'm gonna call you Grimer, just because that's what you were supposed to be. And now, more! Hey everybody, do you know what time it is? It's time for some more Let's Play Sapphire Nuzlocke Challenge. Last time we explored the Fiery Path and some stuff around there. We got a Numel and we got a Slugma. I'm really happy about that Slugma, especially considering off camera I went and looked up the percentage of finding a Slugma in there, and I found out that there is a 10% chance of finding a Slugma in there. And I'm thinking, of all the Pokemon that get in there, Slugma's probably the one I wanted the least. And to make it worse, 10% chance, I could have gotten, let's look at the little chart here. We could have gotten another Numel, which I would have been okay with. Could have just chosen the better Numel out of the two that we got. We could have gotten a Grimer at a 25% chance, and I was saying I'd be interested in getting that, even though it would add to a lot of the weaknesses that we already have, including Ground and Psychic. So maybe not the best idea. We could have gotten a Torkoal, meh. And at a 2% chance, we could have gotten a Coughing, which would have been really interesting because he has Levitate, so his only weakness is Psychic. So I don't feel like dealing with no paralyzed Pokemon right now. I really should upload that video with me getting Cookie, because I still have no idea if you guys want me to use Oddish or not. Now, if I remember correctly, this nice old lady in here will heal us up. And we don't, I mean, we're okay with this. We're just gonna talk to this old lady. We're gonna sleep in her invisible bed. Yep, and that's it. However, I'm curious as to what's happening. Wait, what? Another rest? I think I'm good. Oh, she's very eager to have us sleep in her invisible bed. In search of trainers. Hi, today I'm visiting an area. Okay, no, I'm not that obnoxious. I'm pretty obnoxious, I know, but we turned our lens on the trainer Sean. In all caps, trainer, then just Sean. There's something about this trainer that piqued our interest. Is that a different word? Is that piqued? I was always under the impression that it was P-E-A-K-E-D. Maybe that's an entirely different word. The best way to determine how strong a trainer is. La-di-da-di-da. Wait. What about my saying? There we go. We asked the trainer for a succinct. Oh, I need better English. This is boring. What are you even saying? After our battle, we asked Sean for... You already said that! TV these days, I swear. God, they'll just put any old thing on TV. Jeez. I blame the media. All the time. Alright, so the next place where we can get a Pokemon is to the west of here. West, and we're probably gonna get a Spinda, in all actuality, at a 70% chance. We could get a Sandshrew at a 25% chance. I thought it was Slugma for a second, but that's Emerald. So luckily for us, no more Slugmas. But at a 5% chance, we can get a Skarmory. And that would be just great. It resists both of our big weaknesses right now, including Flying and Psychic and Ground. It's immune to Ground. That would just be the perfect thing right now. Kind of like how Slushy was pretty perfect when we first got him. Okay, and yeah, these berries are very important, just letting you know. Oh yeah, my Pokemon are healed up now, so why don't we go ahead and use... We'll go ahead and use Titania here. Still not sure about using Vileplume though. I figured if I can't find a Pokemon that knows Dig or Protect, Vileplume might actually be my best bet against the 5th gym leader. However, I'm not sure if I can even, you know, get the Leaf Stone before then, so I don't know, I'll have to look into that. So yeah, I chose a new frame at the beginning you saw there. Just been trying to, you know, just making an effort to choose a new frame every once in a while. Nice change of pace, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Ew, Numel, that's kind of gross. We'll switch into Slushy. I'm confident that Slushy can take whatever this thing can throw at it, as we saw earlier. Go for the Mega Drain. And I was also thinking, since Vileplume gets pretty much 0 attacks once it evolves, I don't think it ever gets Giga Drain, so I'd probably end up teaching it Giga Drain. Whoa, okay. I don't know why I did that. Like, for a split second I was scared, but then I realized, oh, it's not a big deal. Oh, please don't burn me. That's not your ability, is it? Oh, Mach Punch did more than Mega Drain. That's interesting. Wait, no, Breloom does not have Technician in this game. That's 5th gen. Huh. That's interesting, but what was I saying? Alright, so I was thinking I could give Giga Drain to Vileplume later on, but then that would leave Breloom with Mega Drain, wouldn't it? Because I don't think Breloom learns Giga Drain through leveling. And I mean, I would want Breloom to have a Grass type attack, take advantage of that, you know, stab, but I don't know, we'll have to... I should probably do a little bit more research, I don't know. I'm certain that Vileplume doesn't learn Giga Drain through leveling, but I'm not sure if Breloom does. I'm pretty confident it doesn't. Right, okay. Route 113. In the off case that we find a Pokemon that we want to catch, I want to have Slushy out. Oh, wait a second. It might know Peck, and that will murderify our Slushy, so... We'll send in Electrike. Alright, what's our encounter for Route 113? Skarmory, 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 Spinda. Like I said, we were kind of bound to get a Spinda. You know what, I'm gonna catch it. I don't have a plan to use it, but whatever. So here's an interesting fact. I think there's 81,000 different patterns of Spindas. 81,000, I think. It's somewhere around there. Maybe I'm just taking that number since that's kind of similar to the number of, or the chances of finding a shiny Pokemon, but I've heard that it's 81,000. So if you somehow manage to find two Spindas that look exactly the same, then you probably haven't. I don't know, I'm just thinking, the odds of that... Like, do those odds compare with getting a Pokemon with perfect IVs, I wonder? I'm gonna call you Spotty. Seems like a good name. Oh, you're a girl. Oh yeah, Spotty works fine. I was just thinking, because when I was little, I had a stuffed leopard that I called Spotty, and I always thought he was a boy. I mean, stuffed animals don't usually have genders, but I always figured Spotty was a boy. So, the name kind of fit a boy more to me, but it doesn't matter. Now we can collect Soot here, and we can train it in for flutes. The flutes are actually pretty helpful. Basically, you get one flute for one status affliction, and you never need that status affliction's healing item again. So if you get, what is it, the yellow flute, I guess, you don't ever need paralyzed heals again. I'm not sure if the yellow flute actually does that, but yeah, there's a flute for each status affliction, and it would be wise to probably get all of them, but that almost seems cheap, honestly. I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. Why don't we switch into Slushy? I don't know, if I get a Trapinch in the desert, I would probably use it. If not just because we're kind of in need of a more diverse team right now, and I think a Vibrava or a Flygon later on will help us with that. There we go. Here's an interesting fact that you might actually not know. Salamence and Flygon actually had their names switched in coding. So originally Flygon was going to be named Salamence, and Salamence was going to be named Flygon, which makes a lot of sense if you consider the fact, you know, Bagon, his whole big deal is that he wants to fly, and then Salamence can fly, and it wants to fly when it evolves, so yeah, it makes all the sense. You wouldn't think that they'd made that kind of mistake. Seems like kind of a big deal. I don't know. Right, so I guess we'll just keep exploring here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sad that we didn't get a Skarmory, but I would almost feel bad if we got a Skarmory, because first we got that lucky break with Shroomish, and then we got, you know, and then if we had an even luckier break with Skarmory at a 15% or 5% chance, then that'd be insane. Spark is special in this generation, so you better not explode. You better not explode. Okay, good. We never gave it the chance. I want to say Coughing learned Self-Destruct at level 18, so not too worried about that. We'll just keep Titania in because she's doing a good job killing these balls. There we go. So the next place where we can get a Pokemon is Route 114, which is on the other side of Full Arbor Town. And there, we can get... Now in the grass, we can get Swablues, Lotats, Vipers, Lombres, and a Surskit at a 1% chance. I'm thinking no matter what I get there, I'll probably use it. Just because Swablu is a good tank, and I could use a tank right now. Lotat and Lombre, they're water grass, and I do kind of need a water type, and that's one of the more interesting ones, although it would add to my collection of Pokemon that are weak to flying. And then Viper, I'm not sure about Viper either. It'd be really interesting to use one, just because I never really have, but it's weak to Ground and Psychic, which once again, two types that we already have weaknesses to. I want a Surskit. I want to be able to get a Masquerain and just do things with that. Oh, yay! I completely forgot about this. Titania is evolving into a lovelier, much larger bitch. Oh, I mean, female dog. Sorry. I'm sorry if I caught you off guard, because I don't curse a lot in these videos. Ah! She looks kind of pissed, I'm not gonna lie. She seems angry that I evolved her. Well, there we go. We now have a main Nectric. Pretty good team now. We have a Manectric. Why do you still have the XP share? You do not need that at all. You can fight for yourself now. See, we've got a Manectric, we've got a Combuskin, we've got a Zigzagoon MVP, and we got a Breloom. I'm gonna put their things together so I can compare their stats, because they're all the same level. Pretty convenient. Okay, so Manectric actually has the highest special attack and the highest speed. That's interesting. And while Breloom still just barely has better defenses, he beats Combuskin there, so... interesting. No... Yeah, I'll use Manectric for a little bit. We want to see Manectric in battle, don't we? Our brand new Manectric. And then we find a ground Pokemon. That's wonderful. From the back, Manectric only, like, it almost looks ground, or not ground, what was I thinking? I was thinking Sandshrew. I was gonna say, it kind of looks black from the back. Kind of looks like a Bumblebee, yellow and black, okay. Anyway, here's a trainer. That's interesting. I use his Parasol to ward off this filthy, yucky, volcanic ash from my dear Numel. Numel would love ash. It's like a volcano Pokemon. He would love to be covered in ash, I am to assume. Oh, I'm using Manectric, aren't I? Yeah, I should probably put this thing away. With all these ground types running amok. And I really don't want to risk getting a critical Ember on our Breloom. And he goes for the tackle. Okay. So before we saw, Mega Drain did not as much damage as Mach Punch, so I'm wondering. Wow, that's... Why is that doing so much damage? What's the base power of Mach Punch? I thought it was just like 40 or something. And then with Stab it'd be 60. That's interesting. Alright. Titania, you're awesome, but you need to get out of there. Okay. No, double battle. They're probably gonna have Numels, so we'll stick with the old duo of Breloom and Combuskin. Double battles can be pretty dangerous in Nuzlocke runs because you can imagine both the enemy Pokemon can gang up on one of yours. And they both have Whismers, and I have two fighting types. Look at them, they're frightened by my Pokemon. Wait, how do you select in this? On the... Oh, there we go, you just press start. So there we go, if you press select, you can see your Pokemon's HP by number. Which is just great. I honestly just learned about that recently. I think it was Sugar Common Rays LP of Emerald where I finally learned that after playing Pokemon for almost my entire life. You would never think to press select in a battle, or anytime really. You never really need to. Well, I was gonna say to use your bike, but even in the later generations, you just have to press Y for that. Well, that was uninteresting. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. God. Okay, let's get this item. Not before fighting more Sandshrews. Why can't we fight Spindas? I think they give more XP, actually. So I think I'm gonna... Like, I want to stay around 20 minutes, but I think I might get into the habit of just keeping an episode going until I feel like I've accomplished something. So I probably won't end this episode until I've fully explored this, at least this route, and then maybe explored a little bit of Full Arbor Town. Just because, like I said, recently things have been kind of slow, I feel. It took us kind of a while to get through the Mobile area. Well, I guess it took us an hour, I guess, which, in all actuality isn't that bad, but 3 parts in one little area, whatever. Now, I wouldn't be completely opposed to getting a Sandshrew, just because I've never really used a Sandslash, and I think it'd be interesting. And he doesn't have the weaknesses that all of our Pokemon seem to have. Those weaknesses that I keep mentioning. I should keep them in mind, though, just because we do have... I mean, we have to worry about those. Those are important. Right, so you should give me your sack right now. Just give me the sack, please. I don't care about the details. Just give me your sack. There we go. Thank you. The Soot sack. cool. Just take that soot sack and walk through piles of ash, and it'll automatically get soot. All the sense. And he says huff puff all the time. Okay. Oh, you don't fight me? Scared? Today's technology is a wondrous thing. I know, we have sacks that get soot automatically. It's amazing. It's outstanding. Science. Bee's knees. And more Sandshrews. I remember when I was a little one, I thought Sandshrew was like this particularly strong Pokemon, just because there was that one episode where there was this really, oh, I almost want to say like abusive trainer that used the Sandshrew and won like 99 battles in a row, and there was this whole big deal about how he was like this great trainer and he beat Ash, and I thought, wow, Sandshrew must be the bee's knees. He's using amazingly awesome moves like Rapid Spin, because Rapid Spin was like the bee's knees back then. I mean, if a Pokemon used Rapid Spin, then shit just got real. I gotta think about it. Did they even have spikes back then? I want to say they did, but I feel as though it wasn't that relevant in the Gen 1 metagame, because that actually existed. A metagame dominated by Chansey, if I remember correctly. I heard the story, not sure if it's true. Titania was telling me about it. About, in the first official Gen 1 tournament, the guy who won was 6 Chanseys, because that was before they had any kind of clauses. Mind Reader? What is this? I think that's just a copy of a Lock-On, which only like 4 Pokemon can learn. So you may have noticed, Sean, you're saying the word like. Why aren't you giggling every time you say the word like? Because it's more annoying to hear me giggle about it than to just hear it. And I was watching a video of my friend's where he also had the same problem, where he was saying like every other sentence. I won't say who it is, but I found, you know, it isn't that annoying. And why are these bugs using Mind Reader? Bugs cannot read my mind. If they can, that's scary. I hate bugs. Get out of here. You don't belong here. Get away from my sack. So on a completely unrelated note, you guys should go check out the Icy Phantoms LP of Super Mario Sunshine. There are many LPs of that game, but his is so far one of the better ones, I'd say. An Ultra Ball? Okay, that's not too good, but that's still pretty awesome. Better than like a potion or something. I wonder if this youngster has a sack. Why do you have an Aaron? Sir, it's already dead. Don't even try. And why is the background grass here? Shouldn't it be the... Huh. Was it always grass? I feel as though the background was different before. You know, I'm curious. I'm gonna run back and see what the background is over there, because I'm curious. Like over here. Oh, I guess it was grass. Well, I'm clearly in the wrong here. Well, you know what? More XP. And we're getting a lot of XP. Not quite sure why. I don't remember it being that easy to level up in this point in the game. I guess this was before Black and White and Black and White 2, where they made it harder for higher level Pokemon to gain XP, so maybe I'm just used to that system, although I'm not a big fan of that system, for very complex reasons that I've never really been able to describe. Alright, so we're here in Flower Town. We've been going for 18 minutes now. I guess we'll explore a little bit before we end off. Heal my Pokemon! Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for waiting. We restored your Pokemon. We hope to see you again? That's a terrible thing to say in a hospital. Quote, something I read on Twitter. So that means you used the Pokemon storage system I developed. You're the wizard who makes it so that I can shove my balls into the computer and they go somewhere else? Amazing. My house is on Route 114. Okay. When I first played Ruby, I never bothered to talk to her. I just figured, oh, I just can't use that PC. That's why she's there. I wasn't very smart. Alright, how are we doing on items right now? We got potions, we got antidotes. I don't think we really need paralyzed heals all that much. We got proteins, that's good. Should probably put that away. And the Macho Brace. I am tempted to put it on Manectric, but I don't know. And black glasses. Yeah, we're gonna put some stuff away real quick here. We gotta try and make room. And why am I trying to store items in the Pokemart? That is incorrect. And I'm sorry if you were somehow annoyed by the click-clacketing of my GameCube controller's joystick. I'm so sorry that my joystick is making too much noise. This is the wrong PC. What, and up here actually using the item PC? Badness. Mainly because everybody seems to do Emerald, and in that game they increase the backspace. Yeah, oh yeah, I don't think we need these revives. I'll probably just sell them later once I feel like it. And there we go. Okay, now off the top of my head, I can't think of anything in particular that we can really do here. We could do the Pokemon contest. That sounds like a good old time. Actually, no, I was lying. It doesn't. I'm sorry if I deceived you. The Move Tutor. I don't think we have any heart scales, so that's unfortunate. I think, off the top of my head, I could have sworn Breloom could learn something. Whatever. Now I think... Oh yeah, this is for later, though. Some guys in this house, I think. Later on. Yeah, okay. We'll worry about that later. So yeah, I was gonna say, earlier on, in Route 114, we can, instead of going into the grass, we can actually fish, and we can get a chance of getting a Barboach, which... I really want to use a Barboach. However, there's only a 20% chance of... Oh, we got Dig! Okay, that's good. I want to see if anybody can learn that. Actually, my Nectric should be able to learn it. I'll finish that tangent next time, by the way. Because I am about to end the episode here. Alright, who can learn Dig? Okay, what? Okay, yeah, a giant chicken can learn it, but a dog can't. Okay, and so can a rock. Just a rock. Alright, whatever. The giant chicken can dig, but the dog? No, she can't. It's against the rules. Next time on Let's Play Sapphire Nuzlocke Pokemon, we'll explore Route 114, we'll get a new Pokemon maybe. I'm not too sure yet. See you guys then.